Now, a special holiday edition of Georgia's Hidden Treasures with Channel 2's John Pruitt.
Good evening. We're in Madison, Georgia for this special holiday edition of Georgia's Hidden Treasures. Madison, located in Morgan County, east of Atlanta, was established more than 200 years ago. A U.S. president and a famous Civil War general are all part of this town's history, its beauty, and its charm.
From the moment you see Main Street, you know Madison treasures its history. The quaint shops with beautifully decorated windows, many housed in structures more than a century old. The neoclassical county courthouse, dating back to 1905, dominating the town square. And just a short stroll from here are some of Madison's world-famous antebellum homes, remarkable survivors of the Civil War. Some of them are now public museums.
Welcome to Heritage Hall.
Heritage Hall.
That's right.
Quite an entryway.
Isn't it a beautiful place? Now,
These are what, 15-foot ceilings?
14-foot ceilings.
Why so hot?
Because of the heat in the summer.
Heritage Hall is nearly 200 years old. It was built by Dr. Elijah Jones, a physician with the Confederate Army.
So this was what the good doctor used to
Take off an arm,
take
leg.
off a limb.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
The tourniquet.
That's right. And remember, no anesthetic. Well, they had ether, but by the time they got over here, they would not have had anything. Whiskey.
On the other side of Heritage Hall are these ornate rooms that were used for entertaining.
Well, this is the dining room.
Uh-huh.
And tell me about this room.
Now, notice the dishes. They're approximately 150 years old. And when they were ordered from France, they were ordered as plain white. And then when the family received them here, they actually took gold nuggets, had them melted down, and had the trim painted on the dishes.
We're talking about extraordinary wealth for the state of Georgia.
That's right.
An elaborate stairway at Heritage Hall takes us to the second level, and we enter a mysterious bedroom.
Now we're entering the ghost bedroom.
The ghost bedroom.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel anything?
Not yet.
Some visitors say they've seen the ghost of a young mother here. There's a strange etching of her at the fireplace.
This is a woman holding a baby, and I'll point it out to you. This is her head. This is her shoulders, the rest of her body, the bottom of her gown, and she's holding a baby.
And efforts have been made to
a number of efforts.
Nothing works.
It just
there no matter
kept
what.
coming back. So I think she comes back to see us all the time.
Madison was incorporated in 1809. The town was named for the fourth president of the United States, James Madison, who was inaugurated that same year. This was a rich agricultural area.
The soil was perfect for cotton, and so cotton surpassed other agricultural items as being the main staple of this area. It was certainly very, very wealthy, and cotton made it that way.
Also contributing to Madison's early prosperity, the railroad and a well-developed education system. This classroom is believed to be in one of Georgia's first public schools. And during the mid-1800s, young women as well as men were able to attend college in Madison. So this was a center for women's education, higher education.
They were, from what I've read, very rigorous institutions, and very serious subjects were taught.
Tell us about the railroads and the railroad's impact on Madison.
For about the first 4 years, this was the terminus. So the cotton farmers could harvest their cotton, put it on the rail line, send it to Augusta. Then Augusta could be hooked to Savannah, shipped down to Savannah, and from Savannah go anywhere up and down the seaboard.
Today, tourists from around the world travel to Madison. The historic homes are the #1 attraction.
We are typically known as Georgia's authentic southern town. So for those looking to experience the pre-Civil War, antebellum architecture, Victorian architecture, really it's the small town charm.
So what's your main challenge in your position here?
The growth is everywhere around us, but we need to maintain the integrity of a small town, you know, while being competitive.
At Christmas, tourists can come see some of Madison's private antebellum residences, which are open to the public.
Hey,
hello.
Come in. Welcome to our home.
Honeycutt House.
Yes.
Lee Warbington moved from Marietta to Madison about 12 years ago. Her home is more than 100 years old.
Was it love at first sight when you saw the house?
No. Not at all. It took a long time to love it. But we fell in love with the town immediately. And the people here are wonderful, so.
What is it about old houses that you like?
I don't know. I think it's the soul. You can feel the soul of all the people that lived here before.
The echoes of history.
Yes, absolutely.
And Lee shared with me some of her personal history. A painting in this room of a young Confederate general, Robert E. Lee. One of Lee Warbington's ancestors was General Lee's personal physician.
And that's why my name is Lee, and everybody in our family had Lee as part of their name.
But it's another Civil War general who has a prominent role in Madison history, William Tecumseh Sherman. In 1864, during Sherman's march to the sea, his Union troops destroyed much of Georgia. Legend has it Madison was spared because Sherman said the homes here were too pretty to burn.
It was General Slocum that came through on that branch down to the sea. But we had a pro-Union senator by the name of Joshua Hill who had ties with General Sherman's brother at West Point. They set up a gentleman's agreement not to burn the town. So when the troops did get dangerously close to town, they rode out on horseback and reminded them of the gentleman's agreement, and sure enough, town was spared.
Among the homes spared, this one, called Hilltop House, built in 1832.
And the owner, Chris Lambert, has lived here for 45 years.
John,
evening.
Pruitt,
How are you,
come into
Chris?
this house.
Thank you. Chris's husband was Roy Lambert, a prominent state legislator. He and Chris renovated and restored his family home, filling it with antiques and artwork. Roy passed away in 2008, and Chris continued living in, caring for, and sharing Hilltop House with her community.
My husband's parents bought it in the 1920s.
He was actually born here.
In the upstairs bedroom, yep. He and his sister grew up in the house.
What do you love about this house?
It's a very livable house. I feel like I can brag on it. I mean, it's functional, and we can live across the backside of it if we need to.
The candlelit dining room at Hilltop is spacious.
Do you ever have people come up just out of nowhere and knock on your door and say, can I look at your house?
No, they'll take pictures out front and whatever, and that's fun.
You don't mind that?
No.
You like to share this house?
I do very much, and I have.
Madison's historic district is currently listed on the National Register of Historic Places, and you can get more information about Madison at our website, WSBTV.com.